Hello, this is not a spring chicken. It is still award season. In fact, it is Grammy week. So, hey, got a Grammy party you'd like me to cover? Actually, we've got a pretty full schedule. So we've got a lot of things planned. Of course, today though, I guess, well, besides the Grammys, we still have news that goes on. So we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. There was enough calories at Obama's. What in the world are you talking about?
Okay.
At his Super Bowl party?
That's right. They said it would have there were so many calories in that meal that they had planned that it would have killed an elephant. It would have clogged the arteries in a full-grown bull elephant. That's how bad it was.
You mean they didn't serve him lots of vegetables?
No, they had massive amounts of very calorie-laden beer, plus pictures of the President of the United States leaning out of the room smoking his Marlboros. They said
but he doesn't smoke.
No, he smoked continually, folks.
Mm-hmm.
They sort of hypocrite Obama and Michelle Obama.
We are actually, well, you know, you almost have to laugh. It's like, I remember when they had Halloween, what they gave the kids for Halloween.
Yeah, but after that thing, Monday morning, she went on the attack. She's now wanting Congress, she's pushing Congress to enact legislation to force these businesses into cooperation to help stop obesity. Isn't that amazing? Basically more government regulations. On the same day the president goes to the Better Business Bureau and our Chamber of Commerce and tells the people, well, I don't want as many regulations, so his wife is proposing more.
Well, and I don't know if many of you have noticed, but I know here in California, since the beginning of the year, they do have new signage in fast food stores telling you how many calories are in every item you buy.
Oh, it's just ridiculous. Like, we've been into two stores that we've been into two that we joke a lot, and they both say the same thing. Nobody cares what those things say. They don't look at them. You know, they could care less about them. So
it's like it's a waste of signage.
I know, but he wanted to damage businesses again in order to force them to have to make new signage.
And we are actually taxed less today than 50 years ago, according to Obama.
Well, the problem is, if you look at the federal taxes, yes, but they made, 50 years ago the tax on businesses and people was around 50%, and it's actually down to 30-something now. But the problem is they hit them on every level in this country. You know, the city taxes, county taxes, state taxes, property taxes, gasoline taxes. Those didn't exist 50 years ago.
Oh, so in other words, you are paying less in federal taxes, but your overall tax burden is much higher.
That's right. Plus, they also have to include Social Security and all those other things on the feds that weren't that high then. So the only thing is your personal income tax is lower. That's it. Big deal.
Egypt protesters call for push to eject Mubarak from power.
But yeah, they said here's the problem. Mubarak is going to. Here's the big problem. He has to leave the country for cancer treatment because he's got cancer. If he leaves the country, they're going to seize the country now. And now the United States is starting to back off on the problems. You know, if they know that if he leaves, then all hell is going to break out. Isn't it amazing? There's not one person that isn't involved with the Muslim Brotherhood running to run the country.
Mm-hmm. And taxes have went down under Obama, and he has not raised one tax on anyone.
Like they're trying to figure out all the citizens. He's raised 19 business taxes. He's raised personal taxes. And what about that huge tax under the Obama plan? But no, these aren't taxes, as he is pointing out. These are helping. These companies and individuals are helping our country to grow.
Isn't a tax like non-voluntary?
Well, I mean, like here's another thing. After Obama made his thing, we need business to start spending money. We need, ask not what your country can do for you, but what a business, what you can do for your country. Well, a coordinated effort by state governments across the country, all of them Democrats, they're going to not tax a business. They're going to put helping the local government pay its bills. Mm-hmm. In other words, they want to tax all the businesses in their communities to pay for their the state employees' pension plans, which is not going over well today on the news. But the market's going up on the bad news, though.
And freed Google executive says he helped spark Egypt revolt.
Oh, I know. And here is what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas, Obama. That's called B and S, which we put him on BS because, like, Google is responsible for the revolt. No.
Mm-hmm.
They were shut down until a week ago.
And O'Reilly explains the softball interview of Obama.
I love this one. Basically, he said, I had to do it the way I did it, because if I didn't, he'd have just went on for 15 minutes explaining, trying to explain something and not actually saying anything. Well, that's why you shut him up and say, you simply do it. No, Mr. President, I asked you the question, you're refusing to ask the question. It's because they said that, here was a thing last night, they did a survey among Republicans and Democrats, and the one thing they all agreed upon was, it was by Bill O'Reilly to the President. They said the only thing that wasn't done on the thing was the President didn't bend over and say, put your lips right here.
Ooh. And 3 teens shot to death in Mexico, and 2 of them U.S. citizens.
Oh yeah, it's across the border. They just walked across the border and got killed. Isn't that amazing? Just that kids do, you know, because they went to a Catholic school. Basically, where it's at is the border. There is no border. The same city. You just walk across the street and you're in Mexico.
Yeah, sometimes you don't quite know. Dozens of zoo animals freeze to death in northern Mexico.
Because it doesn't get cold there.
Oh no!
There's no means of heating things. It doesn't get. It's northern Mexico. It's desert, folks. It doesn't freeze there. It snowed and freezed and everything. So they lost animals. They had no way of keeping warm.
French doctors announced first ever birth of a savior sibling.
Okay.
What in the world are they talking about?
Put it that way. This is one of these things that you'll never get through the Republicans. And this thing, basically, they're creating people. They're creating kids for. Saving other, you know, basically they're going to take parts of their systems out and use them to save another child.
Oh.
You don't breed for that purpose, folks. That's a no-no in this world.
Yeah.
Anybody, shall we say, Frankenstein?
Pakistan likely to release a U.S. diplomat.
Well, yeah, they arrested a diplomat mostly because of the fact that Obama keeps dumping drones into their country. So they picked up a diplomat, and basically they can. Some of the people, they charged him with a crime that doesn't exist, but mostly they were going to take him to the world court and charge the United States with murder. So,
well, Apple fist hit Earth in 2036. NASA rejects an asteroid report.
Well, because anything, okay, Obama rejects anything that isn't green. So, and remember, Obama lives in a world where if we were actually told that tomorrow an asteroid was going to hit the Earth and destroy it, his stock market would go up to 20,000.
Celebrating Ronald Reagan, the centrist.
Yeah, but that's what Obama said. You know, that I heavily believe in the ideas of Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, he's not following them.
Nobody buys that. The guy, you know.
What does he believe in them to be?
I know.
The question. Celebrating, 9 friends died. This is not the celebration part. That was part of the other line. 9 friends died in Vietnam at Lunar New Year party.
It's called Americans Don't Go to Vietnam, folks.
Duh.
I know. I mean, the communists took over the country, and the people you abandoned don't really like us.
Despite a great year, Ford stock falls.
Because Ford isn't selling cars, folks. All these companies, the profits are coming from the money they got from the federal government. They're selling to the government. They got money from the government. They're selling to the government. They're building cars out of this country and selling to other countries. They're not selling it to, Ford sold 2 million cars. Ford used to sell 10 million cars.
And Obama prods firms to get in the game.
Oh yeah, we need you to help. We need you to invest in this country. That's what the word investment, I'm trying to remember what it was. All the Democrats want businesses to invest, which is another form of saying taxes, folks.
Mm-hmm. And Obama says people who hate him don't know him.
Okay, you have to be paranoid, totally and absolutely paranoid and delusional. I mean, I heard a psychologist, Democratic psychologist said, there's something wrong when the President of the United States refers to people that don't like him, like his policies, as haters of him. Yeah. Yeah, because it basically he's getting ready to bring the race thing up again and try to bury anybody's gun. Basically, it ain't going to work this time. The Democrats are going to put up somebody on the left. They are going to run on the left against him. This is where his $1 billion is needed. He's got a challenge from the left of his party, who understand he lost the House of Representatives and will lose the Senate in the next election.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
that it's really hard to believe that a person who's never done anything in the center in his entire life is now letting people know how much of a centrist he really is.